Oh, hi. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Hello, hey, welcome to Tyler with a K. This video I'm actually really excited for. It has been an idea of mine for a while, but I wasn't able to do it until now. But basically today we'll be reading the book and watching the movie of Pride and Prejudice. Movie of Pride and Prejudice. I'm going to clarify the 2005 movie starring Keira Knightley, Pride and Prejudice movie. Now I've actually already finished the book, so this will just be my video that I'm making right after finishing the book, and then I'll make another video once I finish the movie, and in that video I'll decide which is better, the book or the movie. Let me tell you a bit about my history surrounding Pride and Prejudice. There isn't that much there thinking about it, but basically I had to read this book when I was a sophomore in high school during summer. So I actually have a copy of it right here. This is the book that I used to read that summer. This summer I actually just listened to the audiobook. Oh, really bad. At least I caught it. Okay, but yeah, it looks thick. But the thing is, every other page is just a list of annotations from the book, so it's like half as short as this, I guess, or half as long as this, however you want to think about it. It felt definitely longer when I was listening to the audiobook. It is like 13 hours or something like that. Usually I listen to my audiobooks on 2x speed or even faster, but this one I couldn't even handle it, I guess, first because it's just like in an accent that I'm not really that familiar with, and also just the language in general. It's kind of like, it's not complex, but it's definitely not like what I usually listen to. It is 12 hours and 20 minutes and 39 seconds. It's a Duke, I listened to the Duke Classics version of it. But yeah, I wasn't even able to do a 2x speed. I did 1.9 for the majority of it. Yeah. I think I like this book better the first time I read it than this time. It used to be on my favorite shelf, and I'm really considering like not bringing it back there because I don't know. I just didn't enjoy it as much, and honestly I found myself many a times just like listening to it while doing another task and not really like caring enough to actually pay attention, which is not good. But the thing is, like, this definitely left an impression on me. There are literally quotes that I remember from this book, and while I was reading it, I was kind of anticipating those quotes, so, like, it's not unmemorable. I just don't think I can see myself revisiting this again, like, reading it again, at least at this point in my life. I mean, this is a book that I literally just finished a few hours ago, so, but still, like, I don't know, its readability is not as high for me. When I had to read this book for my school, I actually had to take notes, and what I did for every single chapter, I filled out a little guide that I wrote for myself, like favorite quotes, new characters, general notes, things like that. And yeah, there are many good quotes. One that I remember to this day, I remembered it like from 2 summers ago. Her performance was pleasing, though I don't remember it. But by no means capital, I think, is one of them. It just sounds, yeah. Jane Austen definitely has a way with words. No doubts about it. And it's pretty funny as well. I don't know if this is controversial, but I feel like it's kind of a satire. Like, I think it's funny when it's not trying to be funny. If that makes sense. I don't want to make this video too long because I want to release this video tomorrow. Yes, I'm filming on the Sunday before I want to release it. But yeah, the Pride and Prejudice movie is on Netflix, and I'm excited to watch it. I've heard that a lot of people like it. I am expecting good things, I guess. I don't really know that much of the cast. So yeah, I really don't. I mean, I do know what to expect. It's just the Pride and Prejudice story. But I guess I don't know I have no idea when it comes to like the different liberties that the director or the writers used on this. Like, I don't know if it stays true to the text. I guess we're just gonna have to see. So with that, I will say bye for now. I will see you after I finish it. See ya! Alright, hi. It is the next day, and we're ready to talk about it. As soon as this camera focuses. I already knew that everybody liked this movie, as I mentioned in the first clip in this video, and I gotta say, it did not disappoint. It was pretty long, like relatively long. I think it was like 2 hours and 11 minutes, but it did not feel like it. It's one of those special movies that doesn't feel like a movie. Like I'm just kind of watching an experience. I don't know if it was just the directing or the acting or the script, I don't know, but it really whisked me into the world. And honestly, I feel like in the future, if I want to revisit the Pride and Prejudice story, I'll just watch the movie instead of reading the book again. As I said, I think the book's too long. But I have more specific notes here. I don't have that many bullets, but I just thought I'd go through these. No matter how good the movie is, there is no doubt about it. Everyone is white in this movie, so it's definitely not diverse at all. As well as just like the whole concept of needing, like women just needing to get married, obviously is like sexist. It's been a long time since this book has been written, and we've obviously made a lot of progress. But yeah. Yeah, I didn't see a single person of color in this movie. Okay, I think in this movie, Darcy liking her is more obvious than it is in the book. Like, even from, I guess, like, their second interaction, I feel like his attraction is more evident than it was in the book. Obviously, like, visually, you can actually see, like, the choices that the actor is making, and in the book, you can't. But yeah, it may also be because I have read the book and I already knew what was going to happen also. Speaking of that, it stayed very, very true to the movie, or sorry, to the book, which I really appreciated. Like, lines were the exact same. I can't think of any, like, plot points that were changed at this time. Yeah, I don't think so. So yeah, it was very good. Um, Okay, so I think the acting standouts for me were Elizabeth, Mr. Collins, and Mr. Bennet. Elizabeth, first of all, was played by Keira Knightley. She did a very good job. She was actually nominated for an Oscar, I found out, and rightfully so. I just feel like she kind of exudes Elizabeth's nature, like, every line delivery was just really good. I said that the book was funny, but I feel like Mr. Collins specifically was just really funny, really, whenever he talked, and also like how the different actors and actresses were reacting to him speaking as well just made the entire experience pretty funny. And then also Mr. Bennet, I would have to say that he may be my favorite character in this whole entire thing, because he kind of is the voice of reason through this. Like, he doesn't really care, I feel like, if his children are married or not, and like he's just kind of above everything, if that makes sense, but not in a condescending way. Just the family in general. Mrs. Bennet was also really good, and I feel like, yeah, her spirits of wanting her daughters just to get married was very well represented in the film, and she did a very good job as well. I found out I actually recognized one actress. I was looking up all the actresses, like actors and actresses in the cast list to see if I recognized anybody, and I realized that I recognized the person that plays Lydia. She actually plays Joanna in The Hunger Games Catching Fire and The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1, as well as Part 2. So yeah, I knew one of them looked familiar. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I searched up her name, and then yeah, she showed up. So I guess she's in 2 book adaptations. It also looks very nice. The directing was good, like, and it wasn't that, like, obvious, I guess. The score was also pretty good. I realized that, like, the piano melody that plays throughout the film is like an original piece, but it seems like just a classical music piece that I've heard before, so that was really cool. I found out that it was nominated for Best Original Score at the Oscars, actually, as well as Best Art Direction, the movie, so, yeah. And as I said before, the last note that I have is just that it was really funny. Yes, I don't really have that many thoughts to say about it. I'm really glad that I finished this book, so now I can actually start another book, because I haven't read that much this summer at all. I've only read like 6 books, I'm pretty sure. And the summer is like about halfway done, so I need to get to it. Thank you so much for watching, and before you leave, I might as well tell you what I think is better, the book or the movie, and I'd have to say, I'm sure it's not a surprise to anybody, but I think the movie is better. It is shorter and more enjoyable, and more entertaining, and more engaging. Yeah, and the performances are all good, and yeah, I really like it. I'm not sure if I'll revisit Jane Austen. I don't see why not. I don't know any of her other stories. I know that Emma is a book that people like as well, and I know that Persuasion was an adaptation that has recently been put out of one of her books. I think that starred Dakota Johnson. I know that wasn't really received very well, that adaptation, but yeah, there are lots of books by Jane Austen that I could read in the future. If you'd like me to read a specific one, be sure to let me know in the comments. Yeah, it's Dakota Johnson. But yeah, I will see you later. Bye. I'm going really fast because I only have an hour and 25 minutes before I want to release this video, so I need to start editing. Okay.